Hey Toolerinos, we recently had our community yard sale here and picked up a few items. I got this huge diamond caulk adjustable wrench. I picked it up because I thought maybe George might have needed it for his collection, but he already has one this size. So I guess I'll just have to keep it. Oh darn. It is also stamped with some letters here, which according to the internet stands for, let's see if I get this right, Southern Pacific Transportation Company, South St. Louis Railway. I don't know, if I didn't get that right, I'll put the right thing on the screen. My father picked up a few things for me while they were out. Heller Brothers, this is a master wrench. And I've got a bigger one, but I don't have a smaller one like this, a 6-inch, so I'll clean it up and put it on the wall. Look at the patent year, look at the patent dates, 4/14/25, and then 7/5/27. Look at the position of the 27. It's weird how they just kind of jammed it in there. My mother found a drill sharpener, which is kind of cool. Especially if you read the dial here. Majestic Drill Sharpener Company, Minneapolis, Minnesota, copyright 1942. So that's pretty cool. I picked up a couple specialty Bonnie tools for a certain someone, Mr. Resto Rob. They will eventually make it to him, along with a small collection of other items I have found. I'm told that these are for removing sensors like an oxygen sensor or something. There are numbers on them, so I'm sure we can figure that out. Next up is an unknown tool. If anyone knows what this is supposed to be used for, please let me know in the comments. It has sort of, there we go, narrower and thicker little tabs here. So I'm assuming it's for attaching to something that you would tighten or loosen, but it is super heavy duty. The middle is steel. The handle scales, if you will, are solid brass, so it's incredibly heavy and well made. I just have no idea what it's for, so if anyone knows, please let me know in the comments. I found this nice little punch for making holes, and it says John Adams. It is then marked with H's for someone's personal marking, but look how mushroomed the top is. That is darn impressive. I kind of want to clean it up to possibly use it, but at the same time I don't want to remove that magnificent mushrooming on the top there, so I don't know, might just be a wall hanger. Next up, my father picked out this hook. Now, if this were hanging on something this way and you had a rope attached here, it has a release, so it would, it's spring loaded, can do it, there it goes, with one hand. So if this were hanging, you could use this as a trigger to release it and make something fall. And I'm assuming this is for a rope or something to come up through and be attached. But it's quite rough down here, so if it were a rope, you'd think it'd have some abrasion going on, though. I mean, I guess if it's not sliding through there, it wouldn't get abraded, but I don't know. Seems interesting. Next up is this Quick Clean made in USA. This unscrews so you can lengthen it or shorten it, and I'm assuming some sort of brushes or something would thread into there. So I don't know, I'll have to look that up. Got a whole bunch of really big washers for $1, and then I got a draw knife project. Pretty good size. It says Bolton and Steel, so pretty cool. Unfortunately, there is one substantial nick right there that I will probably not be able to sharpen out of it without removing a whole lot of material. So I'm sure I'll just clean it up, and it'll just end up with one nick left in it. But it does need new handles because that one is missing. and this one is a mess. So I'll just have to make a project out of that someday. And then down here, I got a really nice piece of railroad track to use as an anvil. It's heavy and thick and tall. I have another piece that's a smaller piece of track, you know, for a lighter gauge or a lighter use. And then I got this. It's a huge plain bottom sole. I'm not sure what you call the bottom piece, but it's straight and not chipped or cracked. This piece on top is busted, but it just screws on. So I don't know. You know, I'm always thinking what to do with these things, and I saw the Dothan, Alabama woodworker using a plane like mounted in a vise and kind of using it upside down like it was a joiner. And I thought, maybe I could make some kind of joiner out of this, you know. So I don't know. We'll see if anything comes of that. Oop. But it was inexpensive. Alright, and my son picked up a really spectacular item. Let's go see if we can find it. So here's a spectacular item my son picked up at the sales. It is a old military issued hand pump, like for pumping up the tires on a Jeep. And the man said he thought they were issued with Jeeps, and he wanted $20 for it. And I said, well, my son just got his first Jeep. So he said, alright, we'll go 15. So it says U.S. Ord for ordnance. Appears to be all original. This is the hose with the brass end to screw on to the Schrader valve. And it still works. The pump feels like there's no seal left in it. But if you pump it fast, apparently you generate some pressure below the piston, and it must have like a cup or something, and it makes it seal because it definitely still works. He's pumped up the wheel. He has this little leak on one of the wheels of his Jeep, and it still works. It's very heavy, but very cool. I forgot a couple more items. Picked up this engine fan blade from Volvo. I thought I could turn it into some sort of fun yard decoration. And then there's one more item, which I did test, and it does work. But it's too dark to see. Hang on. So here's the last item. I picked this up for $10. It is a real mower. Not an R-E-A-L mower, an R-E-E-L mower. And it is in functional condition, though I think there's supposed to be a roller across the back, maybe for helping set the cut height. But it is in functional condition and definitely needs a cleanup and a little bit of restoration. I'm not sure I'm going to use it much, but it is really cool. Let's see if I can do this one-handed a little bit. So let's go back. How's it look? Pretty neat. Hey Toolerinos, here's a little blast to the present. I took this out of my father-in-law's old barn before he knocked it down about 20 years ago, and it's just been taking up space in my shop ever since, so I'd like to get rid of it, but not before I get someone else to maybe give me some opinions about what they think it was. I mean, if it was a picture frame, it'd be kind of weird. So I was thinking maybe more likely this used to be a mirror. And you can see it has some heavy eyes to hold it up with a rope or a cable. But you can also see it was pretty well made with the joinery and such. But you know, there's holes through the frame the way it's designed, and it has all these sort of porcelain topped tacks to decorate it with. And I don't know, just curious if anyone else has any ideas about what this would have been, maybe how old it is. I don't know. Seems too old and interesting to just throw away. Could be restored. So anyone has any ideas or thoughts or comments on it, please let me know. Thanks. Alright, well, since I had the real mower out and I already got it all dirty, I decided to mow the yard here in front of the shop. The driveway, if you will, to the shop. And you can see it still does a pretty decent job. So a real mower is a real mower. It's not just an antique to look at. And if you have a small yard like Scout Crafter, for example, you know, could be a good way to get some exercise and keep your lawn trimmed or mowed. And you could do it any time of day and not disturb your neighbors. So, alright, thanks for watching.